This is Scott Becker with the Becker Business and the Becker Private Equity Podcast. Each day we bring you 1 to 2 business and market insight episodes, plus an interview with a business leader. Today's discussion is the markets are getting crushed today, plus 14 other notes. So here's the deal. One, the markets have been fairly resilient this year to date. The S&P is up about 1.73%, the NASDAQ up about 2%. But despite that resilience, the markets are actually getting crushed today. We'll hope that it gets better. They're down about 2 percentage points. That's going to erase most of this year's gains. Second, Microsoft, which is one of our core holdings, is starting the year off in the red. It's down about 3% year to date. Third, NVIDIA so far is essentially flat year to date. We'll see where that goes the rest of the year. Fourth, the more that we invest in private equity and venture capital funds, the less certain I am that this set of investments is going to beat the index funds. We'll see how this goes. Long story. We'll have a separate podcast on this specific subject. Fifth, Amazon is about 5.1% year to date, but down today a couple percent. And Alphabet Google remains on fire, up about 7.2% year to date. Sixth, Tesla and Palantir are essentially flat year to date. Palantir was a huge winner last year. Tesla also made strides again. Seventh, we're thrilled to add Mark Cuban as a keynote speaker at the Becker's Healthcare Chief Pharmacy Officer Summit this spring. Looking forward to visit with Mark Cuban and talking to him about his Cost Plus RX company. Eighth, Astera Labs is up about 8.5% year to date. God bless those investors who steered me into that company. At least God bless them today while it's still up. Ninth, Intel keeps surging. Its stock is up 28% year to date. We certainly wish we'd invested in Intel. 10th, we try and stay away from politics in this podcast and our newsletter, but we're very supportive of the people in Iran that are trying to overthrow and protest that government. 11th, Meta Platforms begins to cut some jobs. The stock is down 4.4% year to date and probably dropping today. 12th, and we did a podcast in JP Morgan yesterday. They dropped 4.2% yesterday after missing on earnings. Its earnings miss was more due to losses on buying the Apple credit card business and a slowdown in investment banking fees than due to fundamental problems. I continue to believe Jamie Dimon's about the best CEO that's out there. 13, we'll have a webinar around business concepts and business thoughts on January 27th. Feel free to text Scott Becker. We'll get you registered for that, no charge. Molly Gamble will interview us largely around our new book, Building Great Businesses. 14th, Salesforce got crushed yesterday. It dropped nearly 7%. It's down nearly 9% year to date. And finally, 15th, MicroStrategy, which got crushed last year, is up nearly 14% year to date after a very tough year last year. Thank you for listening to the Becker Business and the Becker Private Equity Podcast. We hope you enjoy this. Thank you so much. Feel free anytime to text Scott Becker 773-766-5322. Thank you for listening.